cheap ass guy here again, and I'm here to talk about Ghostbusters 2016. People are saying, well, Sony, you didn't do a good job. You this, you that. 2016, these new female Ghostbusters aren't funny. Excuse me. These new Ghostbusters are funny. They did a bad job. Well, it's not I'm a misogynist or sexist or racist. I just don't think it's funny. Well, what people don't realize is that Sony, the director mainly, and everybody else involved in making this movie, they purposefully did not make this a good Ghostbusters movie. And what needs to be understood, which nobody talks about, is there's two big reasons why they did not make this a good movie. First reason is because there's two reasons. First reason is because this movie is meant to actually downgrade women, and it's actually the other way around, women and blacks. So let me get that straight. They want to downgrade women and blacks basically because these are the two groups that need even more help, more than ever. You know, they need more of an uplifting, and this is the time. So, but instead, they're not gonna show woman power, female power. The whole idea is to break down the nuclear family. That's why you notice, while they're making everything such a gay issue, a transgender issue, is that the people at the very top, obviously, they want to break down the nuclear family so that everybody will be, it's a divide and conquer thing. So if they get a big budget, although it's a crappy movie, it's obviously a big budget movie. When I say big budget movie, it means that they put in a lot into it. Even still, it's still a lot of money, millions of dollars being gone into this movie on advertising at least. But it's a joke, and don't even consider it canon. It wasn't even written by any of the original crew. So, second reason, so forget about it. So, second reason is because they want to make it like the spiritual world ghosts, okay? They want to make it like, get in everybody's mind that ghosts, the spiritual world at least, isn't real. The first movie did get you thinking, and, get you thinking that is real, and how it's really connected to the thing they have in Switzerland, CERN. That big thing they have is basically colliders, high energy colliders, high energy particles, collisions. Well, if you take that big thing that's underground, that's exactly what the Ghostbusters use to bust ghosts. If you think about it, they use high energy nuclear particles to basically bust ghosts, basically neutralize ghosts. So they want the public, like, by making Ghostbusters 3 a big joke, they want to downplay CERN and say the spiritual world isn't real, but then yet at the same time kind of say it's not real, but ultimately try to get in everybody's minds that the spirit world isn't real, which Ghostbusters 1 and 2 had everybody aware of, at least the spiritual world. If you look in the book of Matthew, there's some evidence. It's evident that ghosts exist because Jesus Christ mentioned ghosts. So if Jesus Christ himself mentions ghosts, they must be real. If you're a Christian, now I realize everybody out there is not Christian. So basically, the Antichrist he wants you basically ignorant, not knowing about. He wants you to know as little as possible So therefore, he's gonna obviously downplay the spiritual world, ghost, if ghosts even exist, which evidently, in some sort of capacity, they obviously do exist. So he just wants you ignorant of those facts. So that's the basic, and they don't care about how much money they're gonna make. They could care less. The third reason is they want to make people angry on purpose. Just like in Ghostbusters 2, it's kind of like a sequel of Ghostbusters 2, what they're doing, but they want to get negative energy. The whole, they know it's a bad movie. They know that it's not going to do good. So the whole goal of a movie is to get people upset, so they can feed off of that negative energy, just like on Ghostbusters 2. Okay, with the main villain, he did all those things and was making people angry, fed off the energy. Remember, in the second movie, except this is like being done in the real world with Ghostbusters 2016, but it's being played on the public. So that's how, in a way, that this is really a sequel. This Ghostbusters 2016 is a sequel to the Ghostbusters 2, but except it's directly involving the public itself. Okay, as players in the game, because there's a lot of Ghostbusters fans that are angry. Okay, at this movie, and I see it every day on social media. And don't be angry, because they're feeding off it. That's exactly what they want. So don't be angry. All right. That's all really I have to say. I guess I'm gonna use up the last of this minutes. If you notice, okay, Kate McKinnon, she's very funny. She can be very funny on Saturday Night Live. I'll give you evidence, okay, that they did a crap job on purpose. She is so boring and dry in this movie, you can see it. Leslie Jones, they even use her crappy, and a lot of people don't like Leslie Jones. Look at all the other black women that are much more interesting than Leslie Jones that they could have hired for this movie. Just think about it. They hired the crappiest black female to play Ernie Hudson's role on purpose. Kate McKinnon is funny. They use her crappy. They made her be a crappy Egon Spengler in the movie. Leslie Jones, nobody likes her anyways, but it's double for her because nobody likes her anyway. A lot of people do not like Leslie Jones. For the other one, Sherry Wig or whatever her name is, I don't watch a lot of her movies, but it could go any way with me. A lot of people don't, pay attention to her, but the last one is the McCarthy. She's anyways. A lot of people don't care for her acting anyways, so it doesn't really matter anyway, one way or the other with her. So, but there's no excuse with Kate McKinnon, because she can be funny. She can be funny, and she knows she's funny. Especially when she's Justin Bieber. She's just funny and sexy. Well, she's very, very sexy, especially when she plays Justin Bieber. Wow. Wow. Just anything for Kate McKinnon. I do anything for Kate McKinnon just to be with me one night with in my bed. Kate McKinnon, you're welcome. If you're watching this video, which a lot of you old celebrities don't, you're welcome in my bed. I'd give anything for you just to be just one night in my bed. Wow. Kate McKinnon. Woo. A lot of men attract to Kate McKinnon. and I'm one of them. The other one, Sharon Wig, for some reason, I don't know. Maybe because she's mannish. I don't know if she doesn't attract to a lot of guys. She doesn't have a lot of female qualities. The wig lady, Sharon, I think her name is, first name. Anyway, she doesn't have a lot of femininity. That's what it is. She doesn't have a lot of femininity to her. With the Melissa McCarthy, you can forget about it. She's manly too, masculine, and you know the extra weight. A lot of fellas out there don't mind extra weight, but she's like got curves in all the wrong places. But a lot of fellas do like those types, but she's masculine too, and a lot of guys don't, including me. We like femininity. We like girly. We like girly girl. We like girly girlishness. We like curves in all the right places. We like cute face. We're just like you females. You know, we're no different than women when we look at attraction. When it comes to attraction. Anyway, last, Leslie Jones, you can forget about it. You know, linebacker build. A fellow on social media said linebacker build. Masculine, got a face like a man. You can forget about it. About her attracting a lot of fellas. Well, period. Not just in this movie, just period. Another thing is, they got the Chris Hemsworth. He goes, I want to give you a Ghostbusters II. Okay. You can see right there that they are acknowledging that this is a bad movie. And he's making fun of the Ghostbusters. The new women Ghostbusters. And they say it's so crappy. It's like Sony is saying, yeah, we know this is a crappy movie. We know this is a crappy Ghostbusters. And we know that you women Ghostbusters are shit. So that's why he says in such a shitty fashion, I want to be a Ghostbuster too. And you know, Hemsworth, he's just doing what he has to do to keep his job, you know. I know he didn't want to take this role, you know, but he just has to go into the program because he's got agents and bosses telling him what to do, just like any other job. So he had to take this shitty movie, a role in a shitty movie, you know, just to keep his job. Because if he said no, they're going to say, if you don't do what we say, you don't get these other roles. You know, you don't get all these other jobs that you might want to have. So that's crappy. But they should have, whatever, if Ernie Hudson is going to be in the movie, Sigourney and Weaver, they should have showed the previews showing them, because those were the original people that were in the original two movies. And a lot of people are angry. My point is, don't be angry at the Ghostbusters, because you're giving them exactly what they want. The goal of this movie is not to make money, obviously. They know people waited all of these years to see a good Ghostbusters with a good story, and they put out crap on purpose, deliberately. Don't fall for it. Don't be mad. Don't go see it. Period. That's my message. Don't go see it. Don't be mad. Don't go see it. Tell everybody you know to do not support the movie. Do not see it. Do not even consider it as canon. Period. Even the comics are more canon than this crap. This ghost crap. You got all that you need. You got the first two Ghostbusters movies. You got the cartoon. And you got the comics. Well, mainly your movies and your comics. That's all you need. And until they actually make a new Ghostbusters movie, do not pay attention to the Ghostbusters movies anymore. You know, you have a lot of immature people out there putting movies on YouTube, putting like little crappy movies on YouTube, saying, "Oh, my childhood! Oh, my childhood!" Oh, it's ruined. Your childhood is not going to be ruined if you don't go see the movie. If you don't pay attention to it, if you don't allow it to, it's not going to ruin your childhood. It's not going to ruin your childhood if you don't allow it to. It's not. It's not going to ruin your child years, your childhood. If you just take it as a joke and don't take it so seriously, just because there's big movie involved, there's a huge producer involved with lots of money, doesn't mean you have to take it seriously. That's another thing, is money has corrupted people's mindset, has controlled people so much. People look at money as money drives people. And if there's big money involved, it's official. That doesn't have to be true. That doesn't have to be true all the time. And in this case, it's definitely not true. Just because the producer with a Ghostbusters license put it out doesn't mean it has to be canon. I'm telling you. That's all I have to say. So, thank you for watching. I'm out. Thank you. Hope a lot of people get to watch this. A lot of people don't watch my videos. But this is just something I'm going to just throw out there. Hopefully in a week, get at least 500 views in a week. That'd be nice. Or even 100 views in a week. But all these 50, under 50, in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, slow, 2 months, is depressing. I know I don't have a big budget camera. I don't have big budget software, editing software, and it sucks. A lot of other people, YouTubers, they get to put out really nice quality videos because they have good cameras and they have good, nice, extensive software, video software, movie software, and I don't have any of that, of course. And so it's like I take a hit because of that, and it sucks. So anyway, yes, I won't be going. My main point is I won't be going to see Ghostbusters. My friends and family, they won't be going to see Ghostbusters. I won't be going to take them to see Ghostbusters. And that's my whole point. And just go back to the first 2 movies if you want to see a real Ghostbusters film. Even the cartoons are much better than this crap garbage. New 2016 Ghostbusters that I won't be seeing. Nope. Won't be seeing. Nope.